So, I think that's now actually working, and I'm probably really loud. Okay, so I think I fixed it. Let me know, and we will see. Maybe. Let me know if that's working now, and if it's all right volume-wise. For some reason, it's dropped all of my settings. Completely dropped all of my settings. So they were all there, but not actually there. But yeah, let me know if it's now working. At least you have the music. That's always good. Any good? You hear music? Okay. That's good. You hear us. Awesome, guys. Sorry about that. There's always some sort of technical difficulties, isn't there? It's amazing. It's because I haven't streamed for so long, so I guess it's my fault on that side. But yeah, for some reason, I've now got duplicate channels. I had to just re-add all the channels that I had before. It dropped everything. But I just want to say hello to everybody that's on there. So obviously, Stainy, I was trying to say hello to you first. Of course, you were there. Also, thank you for the subscriber that's just come up as well. We've got Young Bank as well, aka 15 Def, Bank Dank. Hey, Bank Dank. We also got Web Herd, I would say. We also got Def, yeah, I already said about that. Ace Smith 121, Ray Grasser, Vex.net as well. T Dexon, Bramvu Huyidonk, good to see you, my man. We also got George, we've got an Italian in the house. Buongiorno. And who else we got? Darren Lee as well. Music is quiet to you? Okay. And turn the music up a tiny little bit. Don't want it too much. Sorry, just looking for the sun to rise. It looks really, really cool over this bay. But yeah, we'll have a look at that. I'm doing good, Bank Dank. I'm not doing too bad at all. Just like the first time I've done a stream in a very long time. We're just going to watch the sunset come up on Pataria, which is the new map that I've been working on, and well, the first island of the new map. It's a bit of a strange thing, actually, a bit different. Block Thrower, of course, I remember you, my man. It was good to see you at the Juggernaut as well. Ray says, hey bro, how's it going, my man? Gosu Monster as well. You ever do multiplayer servers? Yeah, on occasion. So we've actually got one for donators and patrons, and members now on YouTube as well. It's all hooked up into that. So, Stainy, I am on the server if you want to come on. It's just me at the minute. So Stainy's one of the donators, so he's got access to the plot side of it. But yeah, oh yeah, we were watching the sunrise on the new map. That was the kind of idea anyway. Please building a Colosseum. I have actually gone to see it. So I went to Rome not too long ago, actually, my man Giorgio. Roma. I quite liked it. Very, very liked it, actually. It was very warm, though. We went in July. I think it was July. Yeah, it was July. We went in July. Very hot. We went to Roma, and then we went to Firenze. And we went over to Venice. I can't even remember everything. I can't even remember all the Italian. I actually learned some Italian. Basically, we went to Rome, Florence, and Venice. Venezia. There you go. I remember it all. Really, really good language. Really nice people over there as well. And in general, really, really good. Stainy has his birthday today, so happy birthday, Stainy. It's good to see you, my man. And yeah, you're finally a real man, hopefully. Maybe. Alright, how's it going? Michael Castellano. Is it going? That sunrise, though. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, this beach has just been invaded by, turtle things. What are these called? Yeah, turtles. And I've got an egg, because I just wanted to see what the babies look like, because I knew they were, so small and, just tiny little things, aren't they? Look at that. So I decided to kind of, do that. That's just going to be funny. But, yeah, new map. Lots on the map as well. There we go. Here's the new map. Look at this. I've gone and flown around it and everything and had a look at it. And it's all doing pretty good. So, yeah, pretty big map. Started to build on it on a tiny little bit. I know that also Bird is also building over on this side as well. He's actually started doing this is one of the patrons that started building onto it. So patrons can come and just build on it. There's a couple areas which, the capital, which are locked off, as well as the kind of River Island type area around here. But apart from that, it's all pretty good. Yeah. Giorgio, you're from Venice. Awesome, man. Yeah, I was there in July. Awesome city. Really nice, actually. Both. I was actually because I went to Rome, Florence, and I also went to Venice. The food in both Venice and also in Florence was really good. So Rome was not so much. Not so good, actually. I'll be honest. But Venice, really good, really nice place. We got a like boat going out. Obviously, had to go on the gondola. Expensive, but totally worth it. Really awesome. Just an amazing amount of architecture around the entire place. So really quite cool on that side, but totally would go there again, without a doubt. And Banknote just came back from the summit in Ibiza. Oh man, that's awesome. And to rain in the UK. It's always raining in the UK. Also, we got Didymus as well. Hey, how's it going, Dids? So started putting it in the island in the left corner. Ooh, is that the big one? So have you gone into the big one? You're taking that whole island, Didymus. Oh, I haven't even got it on the map. I've not even like unlocked it. I haven't even found it yet. But I'm guessing, yeah, there's a nice big island there that you can totally build on. But it's totally open, so it's quite nice actually. Yeah, there you go. Didymus has even joined the game. Oh. But anyway, what I was going to do, guys, I've started to I kind of wanted like a nice little area. I actually came across this. I didn't realize, like, I did the world painter map obviously, but I didn't realize that there was this nice big bay. It looks quite awesome actually. And yeah, I was just like, yeah, this looks really cool. I want to have like a little thing on this little cliff here, like a little town. Because this kind of is like a really nice like natural harbour type area, just a small thing. And then I was like looking at this area and I was like, actually we could have like a really cool path going to either like a castle here or a monastery or something that's, you know, a bit beaten up maybe. And, you know, have some sort of like, well, actually if it has a nice bridge going across this bit, maybe it won't be as beaten up. But, you know, like this whole area just looks really cool. Ah, Dids, you got to go. No worries, man. Thank you very much for coming on. Onto the stream as well, and obviously for your support in general. Really cool. So you got loads of Italians on. How have we got so many Italians on? That's very cool. But yeah, the other thing I actually tried out with the world painter stuff is the underwater plants. They work really well. So I've not done like loads and loads and loads and loads, but I've done enough so that it actually gets... It just kind of like looks quite cool. I'm actually really surprised. I didn't think about it being like this nice looking. The only thing is I totally didn't realise this totally noob thing. Didn't realise that the sea cucumbers actually emit light. So that was really weird. And at night time it's a bit strange because you see like in the ground and everything like that, it all lights up and everything like that. Would I consider building a volcano? Asked somebody, which I've just missed. There you go, Vex. There you go. So I'll try and save everybody's comments. I won't be able to get to everyone's comments, but I'll try and do the best I can. Yeah, at some point definitely. So when I did Yarrowin, I did build a nice volcano on there. I do want to do one in the future. This is just one map, so I'm going to be expanding this world to have more islands around it. So we are going to do like a volcanic kind of thing. The next one is actually going to be like kind of like Italian, kind of Spanishy kind of feel for it. And yes, I've already put in like a nice swampy area for Venice, just because when I went there, I just wanted to build on it. So this is just one of the main like many maps that there will be around, and the reason I've done it that way, the reason I haven't done it like all in one go, is because I wanted to do, you know, like spend a lot more time doing a lot more detail and getting it to look quite nice. Obviously we got a lot of the trees. These are all custom trees made on the server by people. So I built a lot of these. We also got a lot of other people who built some of them. So I know Bird's done some, Nick's done some. I think Didymus has also done some as well. So we've got quite a nice array of different trees around. So we've gone for like a pine kind of forest, but really just like looks quite good. And the mountains are a little bit mad, but I don't know, it makes it all kind of like look quite nice and realistic looking, I think. But yeah, all of that. So yeah, build a Defiant from Star Trek. I never liked the Defiant. Same with Deep Space Nine, wasn't as good. It didn't do it for me. Not in the same kind of way. Anyway, so first thing that I'm building is this little thing, and I've decided to build like this tower, and I actually kind of like the style of it. It's kind of different. So yeah, I wanted to go with like some, you know, they've not got a lot of money, so but they have got enough to make like little stone structures. Small little wall around their kind of like town. And it'll just go to a very, very small little castle on here, and it might be like a natural kind of, it's a natural harbour, so you'd expect to have like, you know, boats and things in here. So I was going for like a nice little project. Of course, like always, I end up thinking bigger than what I was going to do, but we're going to be doing it as a time lapse, really. So that'll be quite nice, very nice, in fact. Yeah, quite good. Can I start building? Absolutely, yeah. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off shaders. The reason being is that I'm going to be doing it as a time-lapse, so we're going to be doing like a live stream while doing or recording a time-lapse, so it'll be quite good. Big Mac, good to see you, my man. Will I carry on with Yarrowing one day, asks Young Bank. Probably not, no. So the main reason that I'm not going to be continuing on with that is that Conquest Reforged, although it's an awesome mod, it takes so much effort to get everything going. It really does. It takes a long, long time to do a lot of things. So that's the main reason that I kind of was thinking probably not. Apart from that, I love it. I do love the mod. It's just I wanted to kind of get back to vanilla. And one of the things they've done in 1.14, which kind of excited me, was all the slabs and everything. It feels like we've actually got a lot of the things that are missing in the game. We can now do quite a bit more detail. So that's kind of like what I was thinking. Anyway, what I was thinking of doing is we need to get some planning done, because at the minute I don't really know what's going on with this entire place. So we could do with planning out a couple different buildings, and yeah, I'll try and answer your questions and talk to you guys at the same time. So that'll be quite good. Oh dear, right. What'd be cool, an elven coastal city. Yeah, the elven stuff. I never got into the elf stuff. I also wanted to get into the dwarf stuff. So on this map, I have got like a building in the middle for like dwarven. So what I'm thinking of doing, anyway, is probably having... We're going to have like a very, very small castle around here. And like always, I want to save that until almost last or last. We could also do with like having a nice wall around this kind of side. So it's not going to be super defensible as a town. You might have another one of those towers, or something different, like a different kind of tower. It might be that they've got like something that's fallen down. I don't know. We'll have a look. Yeah. Ghostu says, yeah, they just need to add some stone trapdoors and vertical slabs. That's pretty much it, isn't it? It's not loads to do, actually. Right, so anyway, this is going to be my marketplace. So I'm going to have like a little small kind of market area around here. And yes, this is how I'm going to do it. Just start plotting around like this in general. This will be the market, like small, very small, couple stalls. It's only a small town, so it wouldn't have loads and loads and loads. Where's this sign's gone? There they are. So we'll go with market. Like that. And what else will we have? We need to probably... I could probably do it... Well, I need an actual gate over this side, definitely, because at the minute... I mean, let's be honest. I could actually do with probably just a swinging, like, wooden gate rather than anything else. I don't think they would need that much more. Like, they're not going to be super rich people. Not a lot of people going to the north of the island. That's the kind of idea. Because we're going to have, like, a big capital in the south here, this whole bit. That's where most of the wealth is, as well as the trade that goes on. Kind of comes through here. So that's not going to be super wealthy. It's just a very nice natural harbour in case they're going somewhere else. But it'll be interesting. Anyway, let's try and read some stuff. Hey, Vader Mall, good to see you again, and don't forget to build my brothel. I know, we never got around to it, did we? It's true. Oh, it's getting sunset. But no, we never got around to it at all, so I do need to do that at some point. What I might do is, this side's actually a little bit bigger, I might actually have a stables type area around here. Like, around this bit. So let's go for this. Let's get stables in. Stables. Because we do need some, if they've got anyone that's coming on a horse or anything like that coming around this place. I know somebody's going to say about the water. I am going to make a little river kind of stream going down here. I actually didn't do it in World Painter for this part of it, but I will do. But yeah. Vexdon, how's the research in Minecraft benefited you over the months since other Minecrafters have come back and back and done very well, is what you're trying to say. Not so much, but that's because I haven't been making a lot of content lately. So I've had a change in jobs actually. So I'm actually halfway through starting a new job, which is really exciting, really good. So my current job, I was on. I was doing like on-call. I would not recommend ever doing on-call. I'm trying to think of the buildings that we actually need in here. We probably need a blacksmith, because there's not going to be... If we're going to have some farms around there's not really going to be anywhere for a blacksmith, so I think we could do a blacksmith. Now, would he be He might be nearer here, perhaps. Because he would have richer materials, more educated. Yeah, well, so we'll have a blacksmith around this area. Who knows? This is just me, like, plotting out stuff as well. Blacksmith. But yeah, because so I had, like, it was on call. And I was just getting tired of everything, you know. It was very exhausting. There was just... didn't seem to be a lot of planning and order and all of that stuff. So, yeah, a bit strange like that. So I got a new job, and that's kind of like why I've started to get back into it again. It's taken me a little bit of time though, quite a lot of time in fact, to actually get back into everything. But that's just kind of like seems to be the way of things, you know. Not everything's like instant. I was just thinking about this. Where would you naturally put your guard type stuff? And I think it'd be this side because of the bay. If someone's going to attack, they're either going to land... well, this is if they're landing on the island. It pretty much that beach is it for this area, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, because you're going to go down there and you'd have to march across this part of here, which would be fine. This side is kind of like almost unpassable. They'd probably be able to pass there, but you wouldn't want to land on these beaches maybe and come up over those ones. And why would you hit this? You'd more likely go around to the capital down here, so... okay. So if we're going to do any sort of thing, we could have a smaller tower on this side then. That's what I was trying to figure out, by the way. Very strange. But yeah, it's not really benefited me too much. It's not done too bad. I've done quite well on YouTube in general. So, I mean, a lot of that is the support from you guys, so I really do thank you for that. But apart from that, it's pretty much it. So yeah. Fart Faces, how am I doing today? I'm doing quite good, Fart Face. That is a funny name. Oh, man. There we go. So I had to turn the light on. I've currently got it where it'll do the sun thing. It just looks really good in time lapses and things like that. So I need to actually get a house building because I just realised like I haven't really got a style in mind for this. I reckon though. Because of the cliffs that we're on, it'd be quite windy. So I reckon if we go for like styles that have got like quite a lot of stone sloping in, and then have what I do like is the birchwood, kind of like using it to do my typical kind of thing with that. So what I was thinking of having is like almost like smaller roofs or something like that, you know, like go of this kind of shape, do something like that. So it's like slopey roofs, slopey kind of walls, and then not too much on there, so not much that it can actually hit. But I think it's going to rain quite a lot, so actually maybe a standard roof would do. And yes, this is how much I'm going into thinking about things is, yeah, so if we did like that, don't really like it as much. I don't think it like slopes in as well. I think it's going to maybe look a little bit weird with when we get onto the slab side of it, because you're going to get like this unless you had like something like that, you know. And that's not so good. But you could then have wooden beams across it, I guess. So that would actually work. Don't like the spruce one at all. But actually, no, I do like the spruce one. Look at it there. I just didn't like the look of it there. Maybe not. Okay. So maybe the idea in my head is not going to work the way that it's actually going to work. But I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to actually have some... The first house I'm going to do is going to actually be right on this cliff. So we're going to have like... You know, they're really quite unlucky. Let's give it a go. You can always have it, you know. Even just have that. Nah, that looks too high up. Hey, thank you very much, Cougar Gaming, for subscribing. I will get to you guys' comments in a second. Yeah, so maybe if we go for there, then we can get onto like this. So I think that's too... It's almost like it just looks like it's going in too much. But what we could do is almost have it like, you know, where you have the beams going across here. 2, 3... Yeah, let's go for 3. That's fine, whatever. So if we have that going up to there, we could maybe have it, you know, where we have something else going across on this side. So it's almost like the kind of like wooden part of it's been like, you know, I've got a wooden structure. They start with a wooden structure. And then off of that, they build this kind of normal kind of like frame with, or they put stone almost like around it to help it with the weather conditions. I don't know. Let's make it up. But yeah, quite good. Prox Warrior as well, long time no see. I know I've not done a lot of streaming. I need to get back into it. It's one of the things I really want to do again, especially with this new map as well. I've got no excuse now, so ignore the materials as well, by the way. We'll get onto better materials later on. Let's get the other two of this. It's just easier to grab it. Oh yeah, I did this kind of like cool style thing actually. I quite like that. I think we'll do that as the style. That kind of like looks quite good. So you'll have like stone. I think that looks too uniform. I think we need to make it a little bit blobbier. So actually have it more like... I was just trying to press C like I was in Conquest Reforged. I got caught out. I was thinking, the wheel of fortune, which gives you all the blocks and everything. So let's make this a little bit more like, you know, because I can't imagine them like building it perfectly, especially on this cliff. And we'll vary that in a bit. Vlad says build a toilet. Okay. Well, to be fair, it is something I always forget, so that is actually a good comment. It is a good comment, surprisingly. Funny comment, but yeah. Def, do I watch other builders for inspiration? Not normally. I usually, if I kind of like stuck for ideas, I will typically like play some games. You know, play different games and have a go at that, and that kind of like gets me ideas. It's weird though. I tried to do it at The Witcher, and that didn't work because a lot of the houses were quite basic in that, and that's because they were trying to be, you know, more realistic or whatever. But yeah, because that I couldn't get a lot of inspiration for, which is a bit of a shame. Was it like upside down like that? I can't really remember. Yeah, so we still have the normal upside down, so I did something like that. But no, not typically. I don't watch a lot of YouTube these days, actually. So as well as getting a new job, I've been doing a lot of like learning a lot of stuff. So I've been trying to, you know, enhance me as a worker, I guess. I don't think that's the right word, but you know, I've been like trying to do a lot of learning, a lot of studying and things like that. Not really working to anything that's like really formal qualifications, but I am looking at getting some in, especially the kind of like field that I work in, which is the SQL side of things, so the databasey side. So I'm looking at, you know, doing the Microsoft qualifications and all that kind of stuff. So I've been doing quite a lot of that in my own time, so I've not been watching a lot of people. I've watched a couple of Sips videos, which Sips is always my favourite person to watch. What I've been watching a lot of that, or actually listening to, is Hat Chat. So the Hat Films guys really like Hat Chat. I've been kind of like listening to that, and I like it. I think they're really funny. That's kind of like what's quite good, I think. So that Triforce as well. I don't know if anybody knows about Triforce, which is like Lewis, Sips, and also Perrin Flax from the Yogscast. I've been like listening to them, and I quite like that. I quite like that kind of stuff. But in terms of actually watching videos, I've not done like any. It's weird, really, really weird. I just kind of like taken a massive step back on doing any of that. But you know, it's the way it is. It's fine. But yeah, what about you guys? Has there been anyone that you've been watching lately which you've just gone like really enjoying their videos, or is it kind of like the still the golden oldies who have been going on for years like me? That are still kind of like around and things like that, or you know, what's it been like? What's it been like for everyone else? That's what I want to know. Well, how have you guys been? You know, because it has been, like I said, quite a while since I've done a stream. So I might do like a little, yeah, I can do stuff like this. I've kind of got the idea in my head of what this should look like, and so far, I mean, it's size-wise inside is quite nice. I'm not going to lie, it does look quite nice inside. I think we just need an entrance to it, so whether we have that... Which side we have that on? I think we'll fill this grass in, though. Because now that we've actually got it, it doesn't really make a lot of sense it being there. So we'll do that, and the good news is, while I'm doing that, I can talk to you guys, so that's always good. Dev says a game I'd recommend for inspiration would be For Honor. Oh, yeah. But you'd have to use the custom games to have a look around in maps. Also check out, of course, Mordhau as well. Mordhau, very, very good. I've actually not played For Honor, but yeah, kind of like similar kind of medieval fighting thing. But those are always really good. But yeah, definitely. There's so much stuff that you can get inspiration from. One of the other ones that I've kind of like been wanting to do some builds from is actually like really old games that I used to play. You know, like Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle Earth 2. Now that's got some, like, it just got some nice little stylistic points with the elven stuff, with the even with the like Gondor stuff as well. I know I've only done like a couple. I've done a couple of Gondor houses in the past. Obviously, I did a lot of the Rohan style with Hamburg, really. So I don't want to do that again. But everything else was kind of like is quite cool. Yeah. So it's cool, eh? That's cool. So I kind of like, you know, might get into like that kind of stuff at some point. Should we do a little? Yeah, let's do like a little. So we can just do something like this. Yeah, right. So that's where the issue is. Right. Okay. So we just have a block on there then. Because then we can have. Okay, we can do. It's gonna have wood on the inside for these bits, so it's not too bad. And I think for this one, or that one might even. Ah, right. So that's why I've done that. I know why I've done it. If we go for there, we have that. Nah, that doesn't look very good. Where's my slab when I need it? Bring me my slab. Go for like that there, so we show you a little bit through. Yeah, let's do the inside right. So this is where we need to get some more going in on here. Have this going this way. And we need a block. Anyway, right. So, Prox Warrior, does FF or DQ inspire you to build villages? FF or DQ? I don't even know what that is, so I would say no. But FF, what's FF? Final Fantasy? I want to say Final Fantasy and DQ. That one I don't get. That one I don't get. Let's get the daytime back anyway. Big Mac likes Reddit. I don't mind Reddit. I don't know. It's just. I think my problem with Reddit is it's actually. Should we go with stone? That makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it just adds a nice little texture difference to it, really. Yeah, it does add a little texture difference, right? So, if we go for this as well, build this one up, obviously. Yeah, so Reddit. I don't know. I'm not a big Reddit user. I sometimes use it, but I don't know. It just is a bit meh, I think. that's my Reddit review for you. It's just a bit meh. I think it's just because it's the whole forum type approach, which I'm just not that keen on. But not saying it's bad, because it's not at all. It's just that it's not so much for me. Yeah, should we have even that going up even more or not really? Dance Macabre, am I ever going to make a tutorial on how to make a city map? So, I mean, cities are very difficult, and they really are very, very difficult to do. Just because of the size. The size and the scale of everything is just, it's just ginormous. So you have to be quite... Well, you have to put a lot of work into it. If you're meaning like on things like World Painter, you can potentially do something like that. A lot of it depends on your size of your map, what you want to kind of like have on there. But again, it's totally up to you. Actually, I thought about with this. Let's have like a little window or something, couldn't we? Yeah, that looks dreadful. Let's go for something more like that. So we've actually got, you know, like an actual window. Like this is kind of like a little bit broken, kind of. But it allows some like, you know, air to actually come through. Same with the one on the front here. It's not very secure or anything like that, but I might have that as well being closed. Totally need to vary it. This is really bad, actually. Oh, actually, we just missed something. I missed. Yeah, let's go for that. Get that one up there. Get that up there. So Liam Keys just started learning SQL. Hey, cool. It's not too bad as a language. Depends on what kind of... The thing is with SQL, especially with the Microsoft SQL stuff, there's so much you can actually do with it. So, you know, have a look at what you want to do. Spend some time kind of like looking at all the different products. So I've just started to get into the BI side of it, actually, so business intelligence side of it. But done a mix of everything else, really, so that's really, really cool. Dragon Quest. Never, ever even done anything to do with Dragon Quest, so I have no idea. Yes. Pretty much. Just wonder if we can do something better with this, you know? I think just do that, like make it look really kind of a bit like there's a little shelves in there. Right, so we've got that. That's pretty simple. But yeah, have a look at what you want to get into, because there's lots with SQL. It depends if you're doing it as a programmer's kind of like side of it. You'll get used to using it a lot, and you'll do everything wrong. So I'm warning you there. Like if you start going into it with the front end programmer's kind of like mind, it'll go completely wrong. You have to kind of like think separately with the SQL side of it if you're setting it up as a programmer. But and by that I mean like application kind of like level programmer, C# or something like that, Java, maybe, you know, something like that. Quite good. So anyway, what else is going on? Cluck Salad, yeah, so I think I said hello to Cluck Salad. We've also got Luca Paolo as well, and Racken. Big Mac says, to be honest, meh is a good word to describe most of Reddit. Yeah, so it's alright then. Apart from that, it's quite, you know, it's a good like community, almost like a community tool, I'd say. You know, there is quite a lot of things on there. So, you know, you got like the World Edit, kind of like Reddit. I've actually used that. There seems to be a lot of discussions around different things on there. So there we go. So this is like it's just like a basic hut, which has just been kind of like wrapped in stuff. Let's go for those. Let's get those on. If we cut these sides off, is that gonna make it look better? Meh, looks alright. Right, now let's vary this roof and make it look quite a bit nicer, because that's what we want to do. Build everything up, make it look good. Okay. Yeah, so we can bring some of those over. So I want to do vary it all the time. We got to put a fireplace in as well. That'll be quite good. Flamenco, what's wrong with my mouse? Nothing. What is wrong with my mouse? Is it just because it's really clicky? Is it still really clicky? Actually, it'll always be really clicky, I expect, because of the one I've got. I really like it. It's the Def Adder Chroma. I would actually totally recommend it. It just seems to be really good. To be fair, the Razer kind of like series that I've had before, so I've had a Def Adder, and like I've got a Chroma, because I was like, ooh, multicolours. That was about it. You know, there wasn't any like, oh, this one's better. It was just like, it just can change colour and you can control it, and that seems really cool. So I kind of like went with that, and I honestly have never turned back from going for like a Razer at all. I really wouldn't. It's really good. So yeah. Oh, Proxy Warrior remembers Chico Mataka. I know, I've been thinking about that, and like other similar things to that, a little bit. My inventory looks glitched. It's glitched? It's glitched about it. It's not glitched. It's all good. What do you mean, like... Oh, I see what you mean. It disappears. So, like... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all, like, off. That is really well spotted, Flamenco. That's strange. Because on my screen it's totally like the same, it's just that it's obviously capturing it in a totally different place, and that's why it disappears down here, because it's not actually down there. That's because I go off the screen, so when it does that, that is so strange. What? Wow, okay. Oh man, that's so strange. So strange. Anyway, oh, Banjo and Kazooie. I'm trying to build a Link to the Past map and updating and more realistic. It's still fantasy-like. Okay. Sounds pretty cool. So, Banjo-Kazooie, awesome game, by the way. That is an absolutely fantastic game. If you haven't played it, like, seriously do. I've actually got it on N64. I've still got an N64. Still got it on there. And then I actually found out that it was on, like, Xbox or something like that. So, ended up buying it on Xbox and recompleting it again. But I love that game. It's just a really good game. Fantastic game. Banjo-Kazooie. Not so keen on the second one though. I was never so keen on the second one. It just didn't have the same kind of effect that I think it should have done. You know, it just there's something missing. I know that we're trying to do, and they tried to like modernize it, change it a little bit. It just felt like it was different somehow. That could kind of work as a chimney. I'm just trying to look for chimney type blocks. I know I've probably got like the dropper. Can you do something like with that? Yeah. So I mean that works as a chimney block as well. Yeah, I'll go with something like that. That'll do. We'd need to put some more styly type bits around here as well and build up a bit more. It's a little bit more difficult actually on this side because go with that. Go with that. Yeah, that'll do. Something like this will do as a style. Now, yeah, so that's not got anything there. The chimney will go up that way, so I mean we can actually build a nice little thing. Fireplace, probably stone brick. We'll go with stone brick. I just want to get the chimneys in. I don't want to do too much detail on these. So I don't think we really need to. I don't think we need to do everything. Ooh, I just had a thought actually. I've totally forgotten that we've already got these, even though I've done a video on different things using these. So maybe we actually go with this instead. But then you get this side of it, don't you? Right, okay, so then if we go for doing quick building of this nice little chimney place type of thing, polish out the site instead. Let's get a nice little thing like that. We could do with a solid block in there, or even better, stair going that way. Right, so if we get a coal block, flint and steel, it shouldn't burn down. Because if I've remembered correctly, I've turned it all off. We'll soon find out though. Try to set fire to that. So I have like a little fireplace like this. Nice and simple. I even think I'm making these slabs. Not slabs. Like a trapdoor. Iron trapdoor. Is that going to look right, or is that going to look really strange? It's going to look a little bit strange. Alright, well maybe not do that. Give us stone. That looks okay, I guess. I don't know. Not totally sure on that. Do I like pizza margarita? I do. I do like, yeah. Margarita's pretty good. What was my favourite? The one that I had in Florence was the best. And I can't remember what it had on it. But it was like, you know, prosciutto. What else did I have? It's like mushrooms as well, and all that kind of stuff. It was really, really good, whichever one that was. How's it going, Zaris? Plays. He's in the house. The man is in the house. What is up, my man? But yeah, pizza, always good. Everyone loves pizza. Pizza's like world renowned for being awesome. So how does that work as a style? Are we happy with that? Oh, campfire works good. Yeah. See, why have I forgotten about that? And I've typed the command wrong. It's because I've been Tiome or something. Yeah, see, I'm already... This is the thing. This is what I was worried about, is me... I did that 1.14 video to make sure that I was, like, current with the... all the styles and everything like that, you know, whatever was going on. Oh, yeah, that's the only other thing. You get the cool smoke effect. Shame we can't, like... hide it somehow. There's no way to hide it. So we're going to have to go with... It's a shame we can't get, like, just the particle effect, you know, without having to do everything else, but, yeah, maybe not. Sebby Yoda, when's your just cust cause map with the runways going to be available for... Ah, okay, so the modern map. I don't know, actually. It's a good question. It's a very good question. I haven't built on it for quite a while. I need to put it onto the server, and I need to see if anyone on the server, like Patreon or member or, you know, executive-wise, fancies building on it, really. And then see what we do from there. I think I need to drag this one out a lot more. Actually, where would I expect the wind to come from? I'd probably expect it to come this way, more than anything. Right, changing the wind direction. As long as I keep it consistent, it doesn't matter. Obviously going both ways would not work. And yeah, we could actually have it quite strong, couldn't we? There we go. But yeah, yeah, when is it going to come out? I need to do some more building on it. I definitely do. Cal, why have you got your head in there? Need to do some more building on it and stuff like that, really. Yeah, so I just need to get onto it. Put a campfire onto it and hide it with trapdoors. Again, a really good idea. There we go. Because I could indeed. Do you usually do it with, like, has everyone been doing it with spruce? Is that the best way to do it? Oh, is it going to fit? Yes, it is. Do something like that. And then we can have the whole thing on top, can't we? Oh, that looks a little bit better. I just like the effect. Just looks so much better, doesn't it? For that puff of smoke. Jimmy McKinley, have I been to the US? I haven't, but I do want to go at some point. I don't know when, though. You know, I'm not sure like when that is in my plan in my head, but I do want to at some point. It'll probably be Florida that I go to, and everybody goes to Florida for one reason, I think. At least from the UK, which will be for Disneyland. So got to get to Disneyland at some point. I mean, that's just got to be done. Clipfilm, so is this the new world painter map you made for a new medieval world? It is indeed, Clipfilm. This is the new map. It's only one island at the minute. It's not as big as Yarrowin at all. And because of that, what I'm doing is I'm going to pull this back into World Painter, add to it over time, so that we have an expanding world is one thing I wanted. So that would also mean that rather than when things come along like you know, the underwater plants, for example, you know, really difficult to do afterwards with like world edit or something like that. So really wanted to kind of have something that I can build on for quite a number of years, and the easiest way to do that is by expanding with islands. So if I get like areas of interest I want to try and do, I'll build an island specifically for that, spend a lot of time to make it look cool and good, and have really nice areas. Like this is a really nice area. Also, yes, this is in Italy, inspired of the shape of Italy, by the way. I kind of like was again. This was because I went to Italy and I was just like, I need to do something. So I decided to put the shape in there. And this is not the shape of Sicily, but you get the idea. It's kind of like that kind of thing. And also this is the UK as well. I like to put this in my map, but it also looks like something else, which is not so good. But the idea being that this is kind of like the UK. So you've got, you know, southeast and Cornwall kind of area around here, and then you've got Ireland. But I try and like hide little things in my maps like that. I done it a couple of times before. I hid one in Yarrowin as well. But yeah, how long have I been on for? Good question. Don't know. It doesn't actually tell you on the other thing, but I don't really know at all. Not so good. But yes. Right. Stone buttons. Yeah, we could do some stone buttons. We also need to do some variation, actually. That's true. Before I forget. Get too carried away. And of course, we can now variate with all these awesome slabs and stairs and pretty much everything, you know. So let's go for there. I think they need to sort the inventory out, though. It's with like the stone slab being over like here, it just like slabs are all in separate places. It just doesn't really make any sense to me. So I do think they need to. Hopefully, the next update they'll actually play around with it and you know, make it look a little bit better. Should we have around this side? I think quite a bit of that stuff. So like here, you know, we can have that like melding into it. That looks quite good. We can have that. No, I don't want that there. I want that there instead. Yeah, that'll look good. So we get some variation blocks in. So I'm trying to get at variate. But yes, and then we'll get the stone buttons on the side as well. The only thing is, like, this bar just gets totally filled up. 46 minutes. Thank you very much, Oxu, and also Michael Castellano. I like that, Castellano. Also, the best beer that I tasted in Italy is Castello. That was awesome. I tried out quite a few different beers while I was over there, but that was my favourite by far. Just really tasting quite nice. It's just lush. So yeah, anyway, random fact. Do I answer comments, says Crypto Knight. Yes, but you've now used up your only one comment by asking that question. But it was answered. So that proves your point. Yeah, I do, but I'll probably miss some. It always happens. So some will always get missed, and it's not me trying to miss anyone in particular. It's just that it depends on when I read the chat, and sometimes I just miss it. But yeah, that's I wouldn't be a live stream if I wasn't answering questions and comments and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, all that stuff. Anyway, Curious Cat, hiya dude, how are you, man? I haven't been to any of your streams, but I get into one. Yeah, so this has been the first, well, this is the first stream that I've done in quite a while. So it is good to see you, and welcome. Welcome to the stream, welcome to everything, really. It's quite good. Wheel along, is your texture pack updated now, or did you just stop doing it? Yeah, I just stopped doing it. It was because it was in the kind of like metadata days. When that kind of died, it also kind of died. But it was taking up a lot of time. I think if I was doing full-time YouTube, it'd be a different story. I'd be able to do something like that. But with having a full-time job, it's just not. It's not something that's actually viable to keep going. But you know, it's kind of like one of the reasons I've gone with this default as well. Not only do I don't mind it anymore. I quite like the new texture changes that they've done for 1.14. I quite like that, but apart from that, yeah, it's not too bad. There we go. Right, let's get that in there. Let's get a little bit around. Yeah, let's go with that. I quite like putting in the little bits of moss because I think it just helps with the colour. It just breaks up the kind of grey that you sometimes get, or not really sometimes get, well, that you get. I don't want to put too much around here though, only really on the outside of it. So we want to go with and final block in there. Do you want to hide anything there? No, I don't think we do. I think that's pretty much, that is it. That's going to be our kind of like little style for this, and that was a great idea. So thank you very much for that idea. My mouse icon isn't syncing properly. No, I know it's Grizzly. Somebody else said that a minute ago, and like noticed it. It's really strange. It's just like in a completely different place, and I don't know why. But the sound wasn't working at the beginning of the stream, so who knows? Yeah. Might be able to use the little tab. You can make preset hotbars for different block palettes. Oh yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, I did see that, and yeah. I might have missed it. Ariel's point of view, how's it going? Mumbo Jumbo as well. Nice to see him. I'm streaming again. Thank you very much, my man. Thank you for coming back, you know. So remember you coming onto my like older streams and everything like that, so it's good to see you again. So let's go for a little path anyway. I might even keep this in, you know, this like plant thing, whatever this is. There we go. Nice little path. Yeah, go with that. Go with that. Go with that. Stuff around. Yeah, this is like really like basic kind of pathing at the minute. It's not quite completed, but I might actually keep that in there. But in terms of style, that kind of works. It kind of fits with the tower as well. I do like the tower. It's got nice beams in it. I actually went for spruce on the top of that one, actually. I just realised. And this one, well, it's like oak and stuff, so I could technically go with spruce on the inside of that, and that might work better. Steal from my own ideas, that's the best thing to do. So you might have had a better idea before, so it'd be quite good. Have I ever looked at the Lord of the Rings mod for 1.10? I have looked at the Lord of the Rings mod. I've just never tried it out. I did think about this as well, so I've really enjoyed the... Oh no, what did I just delete? Oh, it doesn't matter, I'll fix it. I really enjoyed the... or am enjoying even, the Mine Colonies mod. That's absolutely awesome. So I probably will... What the hell? Why are you pushing me, stupid cow? Jesus. Yeah, cow's just pushing me out of the way. That's not very nice at all. Very rude indeed. Don't you want... beam look better? So you would realistically have a beam going into this bit. And then do you do... Oh, is there... Yes, there is. Good. Ones that look like they're, you know... holding together or whatever. Let's put that in there. Is this going to be showable, or are you going to be able to see this from the outside? That's the only thing. For some of these. I knew I had to turn the time today. Why is the path made out of wool? It's because I'll do a world painter mask, a world edit mask later on. Zaris is going to go and buy some coffee. Buy some coffee? Ugh. Ugh. Can't you get your assistant to do that, Z? Assistant, go get me coffee. Do something like that, you know? Quite good. What else we got? We got Bart Van Hees. Gonna build. Are you gonna build an aircraft tutorial once because that would be really cool. Have a lot of your warships. Depends. They weren't doing so well, so I started to do them again, but they didn't do so well in terms of views. So that I don't think there's as much of a like people aren't as interested, I don't think, anymore in that kind of stuff. It just doesn't seem to be, especially what I'm seeing from, you know, doing them like this a couple of months ago. Doing them then, it just didn't seem to get a lot of the same kind of stuff, views and interest from it. So I'm not sure, if I'm honest. I can only really be honest, but yeah, I'm not sure at the minute. If well or not. So quite like that house. Don't know how many houses we'll have in here. It might just be like a really small, quite like town, which is got space to expand. The marketplace. How many kind of things would I have in the marketplace? Pretty simple, I would expect. But yeah. Anyway, I'm just trying to read through comments and see things. We got best Meluzzo ever. How's it going? The cow's house now, absolutely deaf. That is right. Will the builds in this map have lore to them again? Yes, absolutely. It's probably not going to be as in-depth as the other, like Yarrowin lore. But mainly because that was I got quite in-depth. So that's the main thing I'm thinking. But yeah, I do want to have like some pretty good lore, pretty solid lore. I mean, this island is all one nation, but they've got some issues. So they have got some issues. So they've got, you know, there's like the main capital's over here. However, the rest of the country's kind of not really ignored. It's like everything kind of centers around the capital. So there's a lot of unrest. Over here, I know that Bird's building some like pirates. So that I'm actually going to go. Actually, that makes a lot of sense because this area here would be pretty treacherous waters. There's a lot of places where you could get intercepted and seen, and you could have ships hidden and all that kind of stuff. So, like, there's a lot of people that probably wouldn't be very happy, like living on this side and feel like they're abandoned from the capital. So there could be like civil unrest. So I want to try and I don't want to write all the lore up front. What I want to do is instead, depending on what the Patreons and members are actually building on the map, we can start to actually tie that together ourselves. So that's the kind of plan. Cesare says, yeah, happy wife, happy life. Absolutely. Wise words. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of like thinking anyway. Yeah, so let's see. Def says, I think a lot of people would enjoy you dipping your toes back in tutorials. It depends. The problem is there just isn't enough views for it. There's not enough people watching. It just doesn't seem to be there. You know, like I did the Queen Anne's Revenge, that did okay. It did not do what I was expecting at all. It was about a tenth of what I was expecting it to do. So that kind of gives you an idea of where it kind of like is. I think that's partly because there's a lot more There's a lot more people that just build now. Like when I started doing the tutorials, there wasn't a lot. You know, there wasn't a lot of people that had everything and knew how to build everything. Can we go with 2 for this? Let's have a look. 1, 2. So if that did that, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 2, 3-ish. Sure, this would meet up-ish, wouldn't it? Not really. That's fine. So we'll go with like this one would be more diagonal then. Have this one going this way. There we go. Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those. It depends. But I do want to do some going forwards. I just don't think I'll do the gigantic ones because they took so long to do, a lot of those. So when there's so much risk in doing them. This is the other problem. So I've got, I do a lot of work. I work a lot of time. So if I'm going to spend a lot of time doing something, there kind of needs to be like the reward needs to be there in order to justify it. That makes more sense. I'm trying to say English words and it's not working very well with English for some reason. So it's very difficult. But I do want to start doing some, just probably not as big. But if they start doing well, then I'm not discounting it. I'll never discount it. So hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. Is that slab? So I switch this over to a slab, did I? Okay. But yeah, tell me what you think anyway, though, of that kind of like idea, because I'm always open to suggestions and everything, really. Best way to do it. Let's get some barrels. I need some barrels in this build because barrels are awesome. This is such a good block. I'm so glad they added it. I wish they also at the same time had done like something like a crate or something. I know it works the same, and they see everything as being useful or having a use, but still would have loved a crate. Simple as that. There we go. So it's kind of like got this stuff. That's the only problem. I guess we could do that though, so it gets that top texture. Yeah. Now we're talking. Well, not so much with that, but that placement. But there we go. That's what we want. Doesn't look that good, but I know what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be that these are gates that then close and all closes up and all that kind of stuff. Telemetry aircraft carrier like new Queen Elizabeth. I think there's already a tutorial on YouTube for it. That's one of the other things I do want to do is do things that are already around because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah. Definitely maybe smaller projects for tutorials would be a good idea since they don't take too much of my time. Exactly, yeah. So I'm going to, like stuff that I build on here. So this tower I'll do a tutorial for, not a problem. That will still be quite a long tutorial because it's got quite a lot of detail in it, surprisingly. Oh yeah, I forgot about the buttons. It's got quite a lot of detail in it. Like this house I can do like ones of that, or this style. Whatever we come up with is what I want to try and focus on. See if that does quite well. It might do, it might not, but again, they're quite quick, so I can get like a good mix. I want to get back to doing a good mix on the channel as well. It's something I've kind of lost, I think. Oh yeah, my deleted block that I put in there. Alright, let's get that back. That actually doesn't look too bad, those blocks that I was putting in, which I wasn't too sure about. So should we do something like that instead? What's it going to look like on the inside? Horrible, absolutely horrible. That needs to be that. Go for those. I know we were trying to mix in a different material, but I just don't. Yeah, barrel's good. Can't place it apparently. Can't place it the way around. Have other people found that it just doesn't seem to want to place in the direction you want it to? Or is it just me? Is it just me? It's possibly just me. That one I can just put wherever. Does that look better? Not really. It doesn't really do a lot. Maybe it just doesn't need it. I don't know. We'll leave that for now. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Anyway, we also got Supreme Bassa and also Zenkyo as well. How's it going, Zenkyo? Mama Jumbo, really enjoyed watching your and you build the Queen Anne's Revenge, even if it didn't go as well. Yeah, I mean, I love that ship. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Actually, the building side of it I loved. I absolutely loved, and I'll make myself like really clear. I really enjoyed the building side of it. The tutorial side, it took a hell of a lot of effort. and there wasn't the return for that, but that's a bit of a shame. But you know, you've got to try these things out and see if it's, you know, it's still there. You know, it's still doing quite good in terms of views, so I mean, that's always good. You know, it's just not as good as I would have wanted it to, but you know, that's just the way that it works. That's the way of YouTube. There's not much I can do about it. So I'm trying to style this, and it's not really working. It just ends up looking a little bit strange. I mean, we could go like there and go over to there, I guess. Yeah. What I do that way and that way, yeah. That's kind of it, really, isn't it? There's not a load we can do because of the angle going back. It's a little bit strange, so who knows? Anyway, what else? We also got Mount Raider Taco Bell. Yeah, we're definitely not building a Taco Bell. Not in here anyway. Maybe at a future date we might do a Taco Bell, except that don't have Taco Bell here in the UK. Or at least don't have it in Cornwall. I should say that actually, because I'm pretty sure there'll be a Taco Bell somewhere in the UK. Maybe, who knows? But I don't have it where I live anyway. So that's the only thing. Gracie's barrels are awesome indeed. They are absolutely awesome. Right, let's get onto the stables. Now that we've done that, that's what I was trying to plan. Was to see if we can actually clear a nice little area for stables type bit. There we go. Knock that off. So Robert Della Rivia, or River? Della River. Because I just heard that as Rivia, which is obviously from Witcher, but probably not. Says, new player to Minecraft, came across your HMS Victory tutorial, loved it and built it, building the Queen Anne's Revenge now, thank you for your work. No problem at all. I mean, the Queen Anne's Revenge is a lot better in terms of the shape and everything. The HMS Victory was actually one of, not really my first ship, because it wasn't my first ship, but it was one of my earlier kind of like ships that I did, and it was very difficult. And one thing that I really wish that I'd done is gone to see it, because I've actually gone to see the HMS Victory, I want to say twice or 3 times now. Twice. I've been there twice. Yeah, so I've been to the historic dockyard twice. And there's some stuff that I've got from there. I've got loads of pictures of it. There's a lot that I picked up which I missed. You know, it's so difficult to do it from just pictures. So if you can, my biggest advice is if you can go and visit something, do. Because it makes it so much easier. I was actually thinking, would they... Depends on what they're going to be using this walls for. I think this is more for, like, so they can close the walls at night, but they know that they're not going to be able to actually withstand a siege, because they just wouldn't. I think they would probably, these people, would go to the nearest castle. Well, they've got a castle there, haven't they? Or maybe they have one here. Maybe we do build a bigger castle here. So oh yeah, my mouse is totally off, so I'm going to just circle it, looking at what the screen's, the stream is saying. There we go. So there we might build a castle there. So I guess in the case of a siege, they would actually walk over here, go across here and get onto the main castle or something like that. That would kind of work, I think. But this is just more of a, it's night time, they can close the gates, they know that they're not going to be, stuff's going to be stolen from them, or going to have raiders coming in or whatever. What other tortoises are doing, or turtles even, I keep on saying tortoises. Turtles. Turtles aren't doing too bad, they seem to have grown up and flapping around everywhere. They like this beach. To be fair, it's a nice beach, but alright. Who knows? How's it going, AJC Old Gamer? How's it going, my man? So we already answered that. Def says there's already a Taco Bell in Yorkshire. See? We just don't have them down in Cornwall in the southwest. It's a real shame. We should do. I'm going to close that door. Apart from that, I quite like the style. I think we can do quite a lot with this style. It's like quite cottage style, actually. It looks like little cottages. And actually, the stone thing that I was talking about kind of works with it. It doesn't work the way that I thought it was going to work in my head. My head was like this, like proper like curve going in and then doing something, but it kind of works. I'm quite happy with it. And actually, the size-wise on the inside is, because of these like nice little gaps and everything, it's quite roomy, quite spacious, quite good. Build the Krusty Krab. It's sad that I know what that is from SpongeBob, you know. Yeah, Could we do it? Yes. Will I do it? No. Just not for me. Just don't think so for me. So Mr. Mastermind, it's been yo, it's been a bit since I've last seen you on. Sorry, for some reason I really struggled with reading it. I don't know why. My brain's just gone. But yes, it has. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've done a stream at all. Actually, quite a while. So it's good to be back. You know. Right, I think we build another house. I quite like this style now. Now that I figured out a style which doesn't look like what I had in my head. I think we build like a little area around here. Probably have another house. Let's go for... I'm probably going to have little gardens as well, wouldn't they? But are you going to be able to grow anything here? There's too much salt, isn't there? Right, this is a good question. Would you be able to grow anything here on this cliff? Or because of the kind of like salt, kind of sea salt breeze type, sea air, whatever you want to say, would that just like decimate your crops? You know, would it make it so that you just can't? And the only thing you've got grass is so then if the only thing is you can get is grass, then what we'll do is we'll instead build like areas for animals. Actually, we could do that anyway. We need to do that. We need to have areas for animals because they'd probably, even if they have fields around wherever we're going to build the stream going down here, I reckon that if this area, according to the law that we're kind of building up, is not as important, like, so the capital's the only thing that matters really, then maybe we should instead think about having the animals where they would actually come in and be stored inside, so then we have like a barn. So that would make a lot of sense as well. Store everything in there, have a barn. There we go, look at this. Look, we're just building up ideas now. It's going quite good. That's what we want. Drake Ligo says, wants to say thank you so much for one of your tutorials. No problem at all, man. As long as you're enjoying those tutorials, that's all that matters, really. So, thank you very much for coming onto the stream and saying thank you. It's a really nice, kind thing to say, so do appreciate that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go with that. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we just do like a little barn? Do we do a bigger barn? 1, 2, 3. There, 1, 2, 3. Go for that, couldn't we? That's the only thing. But we could go to like here, maybe rearrange it. So we'll rearrange it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. 1, 2, 3. I think that's everything going on there. Doing it very roughly, so I might need to check myself. 2, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I did it. Cool. So we'll go for like this, like a barn type thing. They can then like store everything. Won't potatoes grow in salty air? I heard that once. So maybe potatoes. That's a good idea. Goats need salt to stay healthy. If only we had goats in Minecraft. Which I'm pretty sure they haven't added. If they have, I didn't know about it. There is no goats. But that'd be quite a good thing. They should actually add some goats in, shouldn't they? I guess the problem with like sheep make a lot of sense. Cows make a lot of sense. Pigs make a lot of sense for the kind of like pork side of it, bacon side of it. As mean as that sounds, but I guess there isn't really. It's not really anything specific. You go, yeah, I definitely need a goat for that, except for feta. That's pretty much it, isn't there? Goat's milk, goat's cheese, type stuff. Anything else that we can do with goats? Do I speak any Cornish? I don't. No, not at all. I mean, the only thing I know is Canalbais vegan, which, and that's it, which is just Cornwall forever. But everybody knows that. Every person that's in Cornwall knows that, I reckon. Mima Cream, how's it going? How's it going? Doing good? Zaris is back with some coffee. Good idea. I could probably do with some coffee as well, but it just takes too long to like boil a kettle. That's the problem. So maybe Z has got the right idea of going and getting one. Who knows? No one knows. We got Grey as well. Says dope. Okay, cool. Goats are coming soon. They better be, because I think we could do with some goats. definitely. Now, would they do the same kind of style? I think they probably would with the whole stone thing. If they're going to be doing this for protection against the like air, the sea air, the salt air, whatever, I reckon they would actually still have, you know, this kind of thing going on around it. Goats lick salt, like their life depends on it, kinda. I have no idea. But who knows? Unbroken Bedrock, good to see you, my man. Tanaya Kupperman as well. Hi, keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Tanaya. I'm guessing it's Tanaya. If not, and I'm murdering a name, and let me know, as well as how to pronounce it, because that'd be really helpful. I don't like murdering people's names or saying them wrong, but yeah, try not to. Snow emoji, not sure if you mentioned it. How will they get fresh water? So here they would not, even with a well. What I'm going to do, most of the parts of the map do have like rivers coming from the mountains, like these. Ignore this weird bit. This is something that I've not been able to fix in World Painter. But a lot of them, yeah, do have rivers. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to build one from up here. Have the river that comes down through this little valley and comes through onto this beach. And the idea being that they do a lot of their farming maybe up here. Maybe have some logging as well. But at night they come into the actual town. So it's that kind of idea. So that's why it's like a nice secure area, and that's why they live on here, as well as the natural bay that it's got for any ships coming in. It'd make a lot of sense from a trading point of view, so we might have some other stuff going on as well. So yeah, definitely need some fresh water. It was my first thought when I started out the map or started this area was, we need to get some fresh water somewhere. What is their source? And it just means that they're going to have a lot of buckets and get in there, but they could get the children to do that, you know, that's what they do in medieval times, probably get the kids to do it, right? Something like that. I think this probably needs to be bigger. I was trying not to go too big because of the wind, actually. Come to think of it, I don't think they're going to have that much stored up. No, I think if I do it any bigger, it's going to be too big. No, actually, yeah, I need at least one block more. This is me just like trying to think things through as well. So this is literally what I do. I can like sit here and I'll go no, yes, no, yes, no, and I'll just end up deciding on something and just doing it. I don't know if is everyone else like that. Does everyone else build in this kind of very strange style of not really being sure at all what you're going to be doing until you actually start doing it? Because that'd be really good if everyone else does like me, but I expect not. Oh yeah, I've just forgotten about this as well. But here we go, build that. I also got my webcam working for streams as well, so I got a Wi-Fi extender finally, and that's all that I've needed. Before it just wasn't good enough, so I had to have, like, my keyboard's got an extra USB port, and I use that for my webcam, so I didn't have that. So yeah, got that working again, which is really good, really cool, indeed. Anyway, Unbroken Bedrock says used all your Star Wars tutorials for your Star Wars world. Awesome. I'm glad you were able to use those. Absolutely love the Star Destroyer. I'm still just like really happy with how that turned out. I was terrified, honestly. I was terrified of building it the first time. Not really the first time, just in general I was just absolutely terrified of building it. I think with this one we need to build out to the side as well. It's like have, like a area over here where it kind of like slopes in. I think that'd look cool. Then should we do something else with the roof? Like have it sloping? Yeah, we can have it actually sloping in. That'll look very good. So let's go with that. We'll have this as like an extension that they've done at some point, It doesn't go all the way though, because of the amount of space that's kind of like running out. Definitely would work quite nicely, I think. Womberto Biaggi says snowier snow too. I have no idea what that means. Kurt Bush says it's been a long time since I watched your channel. Well, welcome back. It's been a long time since I've streamed, so it's not a problem. I think that's the beauty of YouTube as well, is that you can just kind of like chill out and stuff like that. Mr. Mastermind, have I seen Techtopia? I have, yeah. I've checked out the mod, and some people have said that on mostly on the Mine Colonies stuff videos of people have mentioned that as a pretty good mod. So at some point I might check that out. I might not. It depends. Yeah, it depends. I mean, I might do like a. It depends. It doesn't really help, does it? It's because I'm like unsure of like what I'm going to do after I finish the Mine Colony series. You know, what will we do with it? Who knows? You're right. Mr. Mastermind, boil water, so just a house or something where they boil water. I don't think they'll need to. I think they'll just get the kids in the day to go and get buckets. We could probably do with some sort of area like, not really a tower, because you wouldn't really need a water tower, but we could do with something, I think. We could definitely do with something. We'll have a look at that. Juice 223. Can you make an 80 ST? I built 2, so there is. I've got one at 1:1 scale, and I've got one at 1:2 scale. Both on the channel. The 1:2 scale I think is a lot better. You can probably do better with the blocks that you get now because we've got a lot more slabs and stairs. But generally the design will be exactly the same. Like I would have just switched out materials to use like stone, brick, and maybe now you can use polished andesite, for example, or the actual stone stairs themselves. So, you know, that kind of stuff we can have a look at. But yeah, Kurt Busch, can I do a mansion tutorial? Modern mansion or like a medieval mansion? Medieval mansion, ooh. Depends. Depends on what the kind of like things that you're thinking. What's in your head? What are you thinking? So that's always one of the things. People have different ideas at different times and different things. Who knows? Just talking rubbish now. Def says, will each province have its own flag? Yes. I did think about this. I did think about this kind of like province-y type thing, idea with it. I was definitely thinking of having the very, like, you know, Game of Thrones-y type house idea. So you have house blah, 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 you know, all that kind of stuff. And, like, local lords and, not necessarily lords, but other stuff. Hey, thank you very much, Gray, for subscribing. And you get the little dude come up as well on the screen, which is always good. But yeah, we'll have something. I don't know about flags. Could technically do it. I think nations will definitely have flags. The problem with Minecraft is you can't do loads and loads and loads of them, and you can't make it look awesome. Is the problem I think with the what they call banners. Yeah, you can't do loads of variation with them. So I'm going to try and save them probably from the nation side of it. Or certain organisations like Warriors Guild, type Mages Guild, whatever we want to do. Definitely will have a Mages Guild in this as well. Again, because I like the Mages Guild. I really enjoyed building the Mages Guild in Hamburg. That was really cool. It was quite nice doing all the magic stuff. Obviously, we're now going to do it in default, which I have no idea how we'll do. I guess lots of enchant like bookcases and enchantment type tables. I don't know, but we'll have a look at that when we get around to it. Sure, that'd be quite good. Birch slab, birch planks. Right, so this is going to be the bit where I've got like this smaller bit. If we go with that, is that going to look okay? Then have this. Let's give that a go. Give this a go. Thank you very much, Void Centoid, as well, for subscribing. Void Centoid, that sounds strange. It's really difficult to say. It's like blah, 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 blah. It's like one of those. Not that bad, maybe, but yeah. What world am I using? It's a new custom world for built for Patreons and for members on YouTube. So it's, yeah, new custom world, brand new. It's the one I've been building on during the World Painter tutorial, so it's the one I've been building up with the new series that I've started on that. So it's kind of like it's actually done, you know. It's like final stage. I just need to do a couple more bits on the some of the other parts of the video. For example, like the caves I need to do. So we've got some caves on this one. So I've got bits of there, and I've messed around with a lot of caves. So I just need to do some recording, really basic kind of recording on that. So that should come out this week. And I need to do something maybe on the like some proper stuff on the underwater side of it, because I just tried out the plant layer and I was pretty happy with that. But that's because I was trying to get everything done so we can actually start building. Because I've just been getting like bored of making a map without actually building anything. You know, at the end of the day, I love the building side of Minecraft. So not having that just was just not really working for me, if I'm honest. So I had to have that. I had to get some building done and stuff like that. Right. Anyway. Womberto Biagio has decided at Minecon that the next update would be to the Extreme Hills biome. We're getting different mountain terrain generation, goats, and snowier snow too, apparently. Okay, that sounds quite good. I don't know what snowier snow means, but I'm sure nobody else does. But that does sound really quite cool, actually, because I've always thought the mountains in Minecraft just have been really lacking. There's not really been... They just don't look like mountains, you know? Like these ones, at least, even though they're super spiky and everything. There is actually like a mountain range going the whole way through the map. I mean, admittedly, an unrealistic type of one with how big it goes. But there is a mountain range going on, you know? Whereas you don't usually get that, so... Yeah, quite good. I'm looking forward to that update. Don't play a lot of survival. Mine Colonies has been the most survival I think I've ever played of Minecraft. And that's... crazy when you think about it, you know. Most I've done of it. I mean, really, wow, incredible. What else? Anyway, can you join my world? You can only join my world if you are either a member on YouTube or a Patreon on Patreon. So there's different levels of donator. If you want to get onto the plot side of it, though, that's any donation, any method, any time type of thing. So that's the best way to do it, I've found, is to kind of, you know, have it on that side. But yeah, that's the kind of thing. So Stany Stan, who was on here earlier, he is one of the donators. So you can do like a super chat or whatever, get access to it, not a problem. And you can at least look around at everything, you know, that's the main thing. But if you want to build onto it, then that is on Patreon or via YouTube as a member. I'm definitely going to want to slant it this way, I think, with the rocks. Even though you probably build up here, I kind of feel like some of it maybe would have fallen down at some point, perhaps. Who knows? But yeah, it'd be quite good. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Might not make any sense, but it might do as well. So it's kind of like the best way. It also supports the server then as well, so the server costs are then covered by donations effectively. So because when I did Dakacraft, it was very expensive to run. It was costing me about, I can't remember how much it was now. It was a lot though. It was a lot of money to keep on running it. It was at least like £60 a month. So it got to the point where it was just too expensive, which is a bit of a shame. So that's the way it is. Dr. Faraday, good to see you. And Zara says, how's life treating me? Busy, yeah, it has been busy, Z. I'm currently, yeah, as I don't know if I've chatted with you in the past, but or about this, but moving jobs. That's been like the biggest kind of thing for me, at least lately. But I feel a lot better for it. So I've did 2 days in the new job this week. I feel a lot more chilled out. It doesn't feel as I don't know. It's really strange. It's a completely different environment. It's a good environment. It's like a really, really is a good environment that I'm now in the new job. It's just really strange getting used to it, like any job, And at the minute, I'm like one of these people that just wants to get stuck in and just do it all straight away. And there's just things you can't do like that. So, don't know why I'm filling it with this, but I'll go grass for now. Why not? So yeah, I'm like a doer. But apart from that, really, really good team. That I'm going to be moving into working with, and I've only got 6 days in my old job to kind of to finish up, but it's spread over 3 weeks, so there's that, which I actually thought would be a really good thing. Wouldn't recommend it to anyone. If you get, if there is the offer of starting early and you only do 2 days a week on that new job, or you wait and you just have a straight cut, do a straight cut. Seriously, like I would recommend that without a shadow of doubt. It's just you end up trying to do both and it doesn't work, because people will be asking you things from both sides and you just can't do anything. It gets difficult. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But apart from that, I'm really looking forward to the new job. It's just gonna be awesome. And there's a lot more chance to kind of like grow in that role as well. Whereas I haven't been able to do that in the role I'm in at the minute. There doesn't seem to be any anywhere to go. There just isn't, you know. If there's no progression, there's only so long you can actually stay in a place, I think, before you kind of not get bored. I don't want to say get bored, because it's not get bored. It's you run out of challenges. Hey, J-Man Plays. Thank you very much, my man.
Hey, I've never seen your face looking good.
Never seen my face. Yeah, I used to do it on streams. I used to do it all the time. I used to go on and do the face cam. Then my internet, I changed house. You don't change house. I moved house. And it's not the internet was so bad. It was quite good in the front bedroom. Now moved into the back bedroom for where my office is effectively, which is it's still a bedroom because I haven't got an office. But yeah, the internet wasn't as good, so I've kind of like switched that. Kind of like done some tweaks. So I've got a Wi-Fi extender now, which has now made it a lot better. Which means my actual like little what's it called, like a little Wi-Fi USB thing, whatever you call it, adapter, that's now on my PC, which means that now I can go back to putting my face on there, which is a lot better. Yeah, so, but thank you very much, J-Man Plays. Make sure to hit me up on the Discord as well, if you haven't already, and you can get access to the server, so that's one of the things that you're quite keen to do. You also get the donator rank on Discord. That's a private channel. You get lifetime access to the server, and you also get lifetime access to the Discord donator side of it. So there's some stuff on there which is quite good. For example, what you'll get for example, what you'll get on there is like behind the scenes type stuff, so I'll post on there and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, quite good. Anyway, Dr. Faraday, do I have any tips for new builders? Don't be afraid to make mistakes, and for something to look absolutely terrible and you think it looks good, because that will happen all the time. You'll either, what I don't want you to do is get discouraged, but you'll start off building stuff and it probably won't be as good, but it doesn't matter. Like, honestly, if you enjoyed doing it, you know, remember that at the end of the day, it's a game. I think when you play a game like Minecraft, there's a lot of really good builders out there. A lot of people are a lot better than me. Zarius Plays, one of the guys in the chat, really good at his modern stuff. I absolutely love the 50s stuff that he's done at the minute. It would take me like ages to get to that kind of proficiency in that style. But if I ever wanted to go for it, I'd just like give it a go, and I'd know that it wouldn't be the best, but it would still look quite cool. You know, I'd be pretty happy with it. But I wouldn't then go look at Zarius' stuff, go, damn, that's too good, I need to delete all of my stuff, you know, like, at all. No, everything's learning, everything's building, just enjoy it. Go enjoy and have fun. Have fun, have fun, have fun is the biggest thing I can say about Minecraft, because it is a fun game. And, you know, you can do so much stuff with it as well, you know. If you want to, you know, learn specific things. Ships, for example, really difficult, right? Ships were really difficult. The way that I learned how to do ships is by doing other people's tutorials. I then started to get a feel for it, and I started making my own. And then from that I ended up tutorialing because I thought they looked really cool. So, but there's still some of them that I've done tutorials for that I'm not as happy about. So yeah, so do like check that kind of stuff out. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't be discouraged, and don't be afraid that you're going to make a load of mistakes, because everyone does. It won't be perfect unless you're some sort of savant who knows everything, and then you're like some sort of genius, which is totally possible as well. You could be the next, name a famous architect. But do you know what I mean? You could actually be just like really good from that side. So hopefully that helps. If it doesn't, let me know. And if anyone else has any good things that they want to say as well, you know, do say them as well. You know, what other tips have you got? I know somebody said build a lot. You know, Mr. Mastermind said build a lot. That is a really good tip. The more you do, the better you're going to get. It's like anything. You can't start just... Well, actually, some people can, can't they? I was just going to say, you can't just like go and start doing maths and you'll end up being really good at maths because just naturally you know it. But then again, there are people that are really naturally like that, and it freaks people out. It freaks me out anyway. But yeah, anyway, simple. There you go. Staney-san is back. Good to see you, my man. Also, no worries at all, Z. It's not a problem. How would I rate Minecraft out of 100? It is pretty close to 100. It's really difficult. So in terms of a game, there's not been a game that's had an effect on me such as Minecraft. it's a bizarre thing. It's a very bizarre thing, in fact, because like Skyrim, like let's take Skyrim because everyone knows Skyrim. Everyone knows Skyrim. Everyone knows that, and a lot of people have put a lot of time into Skyrim, right? You can play that for like 100 hours, no problem at all. Really good game. Some bugs in it, but you kind of accept that. You accept its limits that it's got into it. Same with when they put in, Half-Fire, and you're like, oh, I get to build my own house, and it's not as good as like the Fallout 4 stuff, which is like really build it from scratch type style. But you still really enjoy the game. You kind of get a lot out of that, and there's a load of lore in it and all that kind of stuff. There's lots of other things around it. Skyrim, absolutely love, but Minecraft had just something else. There was the kind of like, create stuff. I mean, you can make a goddamn map like this, admittedly in another tool, but it's like Lego but virtual, but with this kind of funky blocky style which just somehow works. Voxel stuff really works, and it's really strange. But yeah, very high, but there's still loads that they can add to it as well. There's so much they need to add to it. Caves and something. Self-aware snow. God, my voice is going. Self-aware snow, caves, yeah, absolutely, totally agree. We need better caves. We need better cave systems. We need better chasms and caverns and other C words as well. We need more of those. But there's so much there's there already because it's your imagination. I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing that's really worked with it. Lego, you can do that as well, except it's more difficult because you've got to have the blocks in the first place to do it, and that costs a lot of money. Whereas with Minecraft, you just kind of, it's there, you just kind of start doing things. So yeah, I don't know what kind of answer that was, but hopefully that makes sense. Mr. Mastermind, if you want to get better at shipbuilding, check out the Big Barons. Yes, the Big Barons as well. So he used to be called, what was his name before he changed it? Because it really freaked me out when he changed his name, because I didn't get who the hell he was then. But he used to be something else. Mr. Beastie, I think it was, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it's Mr. Beastie, and then that's obviously Mr. Beast. Has kind of like come up since then, but pretty sure it is Mr. Beastie. But yes, he had some really good stuff on explaining the shape of different things and sails, and there's some stuff I tried out, like on the Cutty Stark. I tried to do a technique that he was kind of like pioneering with the glass, and it just wasn't quite as good. Not quite as good. I just didn't think it worked as well, but I knew exactly what he was trying to do, and I quite liked that he was just trying it. That was really cool, because that's what you got to do. You got to try things out. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and try it all out, and yeah, it's all good. Stinny Sand's going to go and build his single-player world, and also Zarius also says freedom to be creative. Yes, that is absolutely the other thing about Minecraft as well. That creative freedom is just there. It's something very strange, and it's quite addictive, and I don't want to know how many weeks or months I've actually spent physically on Minecraft now. It must be a hell of a lot. What did I do with the sides? Oh, I went with stone, didn't I? Okay. I was just thinking, what did we do? There you go. What else? Randy McLean, the fact that you can replicate other games in Minecraft as well. Yeah, absolutely. TNL Gaming, still waiting for Conquest. What's going on with Conquest these days? Because I've kind of disappeared from the Conquest side of things quite a lot. So I don't know what's going on with Conquest. Is it still been updated? Has it gone to 1.14 yet? Have they got that going? I bet that was quite difficult actually, because if they've got a converter for it, amazing. But I bet you there's been quite a few changes to do with Forge actually. So I know they took ages to get Forge updated. Really quite a long time for them. But yeah, how's Conquest going? Is everybody still enjoying the kind of like the mod? Because it is a very good mod, and I'd say mod pack really. Because it's obviously got more than just the mod in there. But yeah, how's it all going with that side of things? Because I just haven't heard a lot. Quite good. But what else? What else we got in the comments? Def, I need to practice on creative, but my main world is survival, which discourages me from building. It's very difficult. Oh man, I've been doing that in... So I've been, with the Mine Colony stuff, I've been doing survival, trying to build walls and stuff like that for the next episode. I didn't realise just how difficult it is, because you can't really... You can't see anything. You can't, like, see what's going on. So I was trying to, like... Usually I just, like, you know, pan out. I just go... Oh, I just fly around here, have a look there. Oh, I need to do that. I'd know how I'm doing it, but instead I have to, like, build a dirt... I have to... Nerd pole up, make a dirt kind of column, have a look at it, delete that, go back, then try and climb up it, make a little ladder, and it's so difficult. And I seriously didn't realise at all just how difficult it is. So yeah, I totally didn't appreciate what survival players did before. Thank you very much, ex-alien president 1.1x for 1,000 for subscribing. That's 1,000 in there as well. Thank you very much for subscribing. But yeah, I didn't realise how difficult it was. I really didn't. So crazy. Really crazy. Crazily difficult. So, there we go. We've got a nice little barn there. So we're going to have probably animals in here. Do we just have it as an animal barn? Or do we have it as everything? I don't know. I'm not sure at the minute. I also need to, or want to, switch these over as well to these. Try and actually place them in the right place. Quite dark, isn't it? Oh man, I'm quite glad that like mobs and stuff like that don't spawn. But am I on version 1.14? I am, yeah. New map on 1.14, and it's all going good, Juice. It's really going quite good. Right, guys, I'm going to have a very, very quick break. I'm just going to go and grab a drink, get some water, and yeah, what I'll do is I'll leave... Well, I'll leave this on because there's not really too much going on. You can. I tell you what, you can look at the. You can look at stuff. You can actually probably plan out most of the other stuff as well. Don't want it really cramped, so we'll have like just bits and bobs. But see our little shack, the kind of like starting point. We got the barn. We'll have like a tiny little marketplace type area here. I just realised we were supposed to have another tower on this side. Well, obviously we're not going to have one now. But it could be that it's just different, isn't it? Who knows? But I'll go and get some water anyway, and then I will be back. Ah, there we go. So I'm actually back. Oh yeah, Randy McLean, scaffolding and survival really helped. That's true. Except that on Mine Colonies I'm on 1.12.2, so minor issue with that. Self-aware. So what is this Pataria? This is the map. So this is a completely new world. Completely new map. I can't zoom out any more than that, unfortunately. But yeah, this is Pataria. Nice and big. Well, I say nice and big. It's not huge. We can kind of like see what we've been building around here, so big enough. I mean, this is going to be the capital. This is going to be huge. This is going to be absolutely huge. But yeah, new map, built for 1.14. It will be released as a download. It's just that we're kind of like giving the Patreons and everyone like that is going to be able to get the early download. Got to have them perks for being a Patreon, obviously, or a member on YouTube as well. Up to you guys, but yeah, quite good. So anyway, missing tons and tons of stuff, so I'm gonna have to start. So I might have to just skip some stuff. Titan of Gold. Hey, how's it going, man? So I'm just reading through some names, making sure I've said hello to everyone. Jeremiah Young as well. Who else we got? Randy McLean, you bring in the machines and the nerds will come. To be fair, I do like some machines. I do like Tekkit Classic is still my favourite mod pack ever. I just keep on like looking at it going, I need to start getting back into that again. And it just happens all the time. I just think I could do a play in some Tekkit Classic, so I don't know. Does anyone else like Tekkit Classic? Is it just me? You know? I'm just thinking this isn't going to work. And the reason being that we've got... I'm still not used to all these... like, all of the stuff that was in 1.13 and everything. Obviously we can just do, you know... some nice, really nice stuff here. She has some barn doors that kind of look like barn doors, you know? I don't think they'd be that big though. That seems like overkill, doesn't it? Definitely seems like overkill to me. Right, barrel. Barrel time. Barrel and spruce. So we'll go for a barrel this way. Yeah. That as like a top layer type of thing. They're going down, are they? Okay, let's go the other way then. Oh. Oh. Right. Build this across here, do this. Should be able to do it this way. There we go. Yeah, we'll bring this down, I think. It doesn't really need to be a hill on this side, does it, at all? We can have it, you know, a little bit of a hill or whatever. You know, we can have a look at that. Doesn't need to be that bad, that big even. Right, there we go. Right, let's kill this. Scaffolding would be better if bamboo was easier to find. Working in a new seed, can't find bamboo anywhere. That's true. Yep. That is always the issue, actually, with existing worlds, especially. If you have an existing world in survival and you upgrade, that it just... anything to do with biomes will just mess your world up. You'll then just have these like horrible borders, and it takes you ages to find those new biomes, which have got the new stuff. And if you've already explored a lot from previous versions, it kind of like messes your world up. That's one thing that I don't like about Minecraft. I understand why, because it's not going to regenerate chunks that you've already been in. Because it doesn't know that if you built or not, you know. But still, really annoying. So yeah, here we go. That's probably better. I don't really like this as much though. I think we could do with, you know, like a wood kind of. That looks a lot better. Same on this side as well, couldn't we? So what do I do here then? Oh, so I still have that one light. Okay, so I still have that one as a light kind of like block, but it's just behind that. So. One there, really. Yeah, it doesn't look as good like that. It's a shame. But, I could put that in there. Why not? Oh, did I go for... Right, we'll go for this. I'll put in some of these. I'll do the whole... It's not really a cool way of doing it, is there? Like flicking them all up or something like that, I don't know. And then what we'll do, let's get the door in place. So the idea being that these are actually big doors, so I want to make that clear. So these are like big doors that can then like open up. It's just that they happen to have like little doors in them, which kind of helps us for getting inside, stuff like that. So that's what I was thinking. Stony Stan wants to build on Pataria, but ain't a Patreon. You can't get it without a Patreon. Stany Stan says, I like Tekkit too. What I've been thinking, Stany, is because we've not really been using the survival server that we've got for donators, I might convert it to Tekkit Classic. So we might actually have a Tekkit Classic world where we just, you know... I just need to think about if we need to... Obviously with nukes and stuff like that being in existence, might need to just, like, do some sort of protection, but at the same time, that's kind of the fun of it, isn't it? You're able to build, like, a shield... and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, but I was thinking about doing that. I was going to actually say post that probably today to the donator chat and just see what people think about switching that over. So that would be quite good, I think. Am I into the Walking Dead series? As the I haven't actually watched a lot of it at all. Not really like it's on. I've got it on Now TV, and I do need to watch it at some point, but just haven't actually got around to doing it. It's like most things, you know. Love to know that it's a good series, but will I have time? That is the question. But yeah, otherwise, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we should just have on Staying Room, just have like a no nukes type policy, or peace treaties type stuff. I don't know. We'll have to come up. Otherwise, it'll just be complete madness because you can just completely annihilate a world that way. But you can again with Buildcraft anyway. You can completely like quarry everything. So I don't know. Maybe it's never going to work. You know. Who knows? Chocolate doors. That's true. They are like chocolate doors. I've never thought a bit like that at all. So that is pretty funny. Self-aware snow. Very funny indeed. N13LS just joined. What am I building? Building like a little village type thing on this little cliff, which is in this really cool bay. And that's kind of it. It's the first build on a new map for me. Which is always... I usually always go for a gigantic build, and I've decided, no, I'm going to cut myself to this smaller area. It's still quite big. We've done a little cottage type thing. We're building a barn at the minute. So the idea being that there's like maybe raiders or bandits or something like that on this part of the coast. It's not as protected by the realm, by the kingdom, the king, whatever we go with, queen, doesn't really matter, by the royalty or people in charge, the council, whatever. Haven't decided on even what the kind of like whole thing's going to be, but yeah, we'll have a look at that. But yeah, little kind of thing. They're going to have their animals are going to be out here in the nighttime. They all come to here because of like raiders and bandits and all that kind of stuff. So it's to try and protect them. So they've just got like a little small tower. Going to have probably a very, very small castle, more like a fort, but it will have an actual like local little lord. Doesn't have to be a little lord, actually. It doesn't have to be like a little tiny little person, like a Tyrion Lannister kind of, you know, like a dwarf type person. But, you know, whatever, we could have that if we want to. But anyway, that was a lot of going on about something. What were we talking about? Yeah, we're building. That's what I was trying to get to. We're building, which is good. That's what I wanted to get onto. God, losing it. You can tell I'm not used to streaming as much anymore because I just like rambling on for hours. That'd be quite good, but yeah, quite good. It's quite enjoyable getting back into this kind of stuff. So yeah, building a barn, so animals, storage type stuff, that kind of thing, you know, typical barn uses, I guess you could say. Don't know what else you would use a barn for, really. Stuff, really. It's just for stuff, isn't it? Food, granary type things, you know, storing hay for the roofs. The animals, I'm going to do that in a barn. What else? What else do you use a barn for? What else do I need to use a barn for, you know? Who knows? Nobody knows. Village or town? We'll go over Lord Stanistan. Oh, no, you're still going to have... Sir Stanistan is still going to be a thing. We need to actually find a really nice natural place for you. There's quite a number of like rivers and things like that around, so... it depends on if you're going to... I think we could actually have you on the north coast, because the north coast is kind of like... we've got pirates over on this side, which can obviously be hidden in all of these. So if the Navy even did come up, they'd be able to maneuver themselves around rocks, around islands. And that's pretty much it, you know, like disappear and raid ships and all that kind of stuff. So that's the idea. A lot of bandits on this kind of like coast, probably, is what we're thinking. So... Stanistan could have died on the north coast of this island, which we don't have a name. Also, this village doesn't have a name, so if you guys have a name for the village, then that'd be pretty good. I'm open to any ideas that you guys have for it. So, yeah. You know, could have Cliff in the name, but doesn't have to. Clifton. Cliffletown. Higgledy-Pound. You know. Puffdall Bottom. I don't know. Come up with some names. You know, you could do that. Storage place for food. I think probably in here. That's probably going to be it. As well as animals. We could probably, you know, you'd almost have like animals maybe in these, in this side. Maybe the back section will just have completely for food storage, and you can have some other shells and things like that. Because animals don't need a lot of space in terms of head space, so I think this will probably be the right area for it. Is streaming not just rambling for hours? It is. That is true. It pretty much is just rambling on for hours. Sometimes doing something on the stream of note, and usually not. So yeah, I think you're totally right there. Definitely. That's yeah, definitely. Yeah. Min Mi 2 custom world. It is indeed new one as well. Jeremiah Young, what buildings am I going to build? So, got the barn. We've got going to have a little marketplace. So they will actually have a little market. Probably whatever they trade with whoever comes into this natural bay. Because I'm guessing what would happen is, because the north coast could be, I don't know, kind of where it's like quite dangerous waters. So this would be a nice natural bay, so we could have, you know, this would be quite a nice place where people would kind of like stay with their ships, wait out a storm, and then as the harbour kind of like thing, they'd probably end up going on land, maybe getting some supplies. So I think they'd probably trade. Cliff face, says Staney. New cliff face. Welcome to New Cliff Face. Yeah, I don't know, but where's Old Cliff Face? You know. Old Cliff Face actually sounds good. Old Cliff. Or Old Cliffs is quite good. Stantia. That's actually not that bad, actually, to be fair. Except, the only problem is I can't say it. Stantia. I know, I kind of like feel that should be like in the north. Oh yeah, I come from Stantia. Yeah, there we go. I'll get it. You know, it feels like it should have a northern accent to it. So that kind of works because it's on the north coast, you know. Actually, that's one thing we didn't really get on Yarrowin, is it? We didn't get any accents. We should have really got some accents with everything. It would have worked quite well, I think. I don't know. We'll have a look. Quite good so far. So we also got Gary Joy as well. How's it going? So, Clip Film, hey Deck over here, thought about having some self-imposed building rules, like if building using stone, there needs to be a stone cutter quarry. If wood is used, there needs to be a forest in reach. Yes, that's something that I've always wanted to get into builds. It's so difficult to do. It really is. The other thing is that you don't need a quarry necessarily. So, like these kind of stones and stuff like that, you wouldn't necessarily need a quarry for. But, you know, there is, say, like mountainous kind of like regions around where you'd be able to get stone from. So it depends on what the kind of like stones are. If they're like actual cobblestones, like, you know, cobblestone is, then it wouldn't be too bad. If it was proper like stone brick, like we've got, oh, we built it on the inside, didn't we? So for the little cottage, we've just done it on the inside where they've got a little bit of stone brick. That would need to be cut. That would need a proper quarry. Blocks would need to be quarried and cut properly. You probably wouldn't have it, you know, wouldn't just be able to pick up a load of stones, get them in a wheelbarrow, and then see how they fit together and put some mortar in there. So it depends, but yes, it's a very, very good idea, and definitely needs something to do. You know, we have got a forest in reach, at least for the wood, so that's quite good. But yeah, the only problem is that what I don't want to do is impose rules that would then stop creativity, because that would then become an issue. If that makes sense, which I think it does. Because that's the main thing you got to get, creativity. Make sure it's all creative, that you're doing things that you want to do and things that you want to build as well. This is the problem, I can't really do anything here, but I can do, I guess the only thing we can do here is raise these bits up. Let's kind of variate that a little bit. We'll do it like that. Yeah, we'll do it like that. That'll do. Anyway. It's me, Glean. This is how did I make the server. So, I have got a tutorial on Spigot servers. This one is a Spigot server. It's a default type server, but I actually used I've got a host because I don't want to do it on my PC and then give donators that address. It means my PC would have to be on 100% of the time for them to build, which doesn't seem to work very well because it's got to be, you know, turn it off, save power. So I'm actually I've bought a server with a good provider. And yeah, so I would recommend getting one. There is like one way you can actually get a free server under a certain size for like you and your friends to play with. I can't remember what it's called. Who knows? Somebody will know in the chat anyway. But yeah, just go and get a server. It does all the Spigot type install because they're all just scripted to do it. So it's pretty good. But setting up your own server, pretty easy. It is really quite easy. The only problem is if you do it on your own PC, giving people access can be a bit of a pain through your router. So you have to do port forwarding. My voice is going a little bit and dying. But apart from that, it's alright. It's me, Glean says... sorry, that was you. No, I was answering your question. Never mind. Kurt Bush, the Dark Cliff Village. Don't know if that's going to work. Old Cliffsville... Sorjanistan. Sorjanistan, that sounds like... that just makes me think of like places like Afghanistan and Tajikistan and other stands, Kazakhstan. Makes me think of those kind of places. So not so much with like a very evergreen type forest type land as such, but I like the names though. Def says everyone should have a Brummie accent. That's true, they actually could. I'll tell you what, I loved it in Fable Lost Chapters. Like old game now, but I absolutely loved that game. It and that had like a Brummie accent, and it actually worked really well. Chicken chaser, it was more like that. Yeah, it just worked. I don't know why. It just really fitted in there. And anyone will know about Chicken Chaser. Oh yeah. The only thing with a Brummie accent is it always sounds like they're really sad. That's the only problem. I love it here. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it sounds like. I love it here. It's not too bad. Yeah. Oh, beautiful day outside. It just sounds so sad. Like, it's a beautiful day outside. It looks great, But instead, beautiful day. Love it. Yeah. It's just like really, apart from that, it's alright. Anyway, Zaris has got to go. Thank you very much, my man, for coming on. I will definitely catch up soon. To go over some other stuff, we've got to get that stream going as well that we're planning on doing. So we're going to do some stuff on that, which should be quite good. As well as the maps as well. We've got to have a look for some of those. Actually, you guys might be able to help with that. So me and Z want to do a Halloween adventure map. So does anyone know of any good ones? Like, nice and easy thing to say, hopefully. But if you do, let us know, because we're definitely interested in that completely. And what I'll do is, if anyone does find a really, really cool one, if you want, I can put your username or channel or whatever in the description to say thank you for X person for finding it. How about that? There you go, some promotion, free promotion if you got a YouTube channel, or if you just want a little bit of a shout out, it's not a problem. So I could always give you a shout out as well. Pretty happy with either of those options for obvious reasons, because you'd be helping us getting a map which we haven't found yet. So yeah, it's really good ones. Alright, anyway, Canberra, I think that one's taken. Pretty sure that one's taken by the what are they called, the what are they called, Australians. There we go. Pretty sure Canberra's taken, but it's quite a nice like name, Canberra. But could say Canberra and go with like beer. That could work. Steal it, change it a little bit. Job done. Got a name. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have a look. There you go. That's quite good. I quite like that. It's like really messy on that side. It's less messy on this side. Like the wind's just wrecked it. That actually quite works quite nicely. There you go. The only thing I don't like is this amount of stone here. So this side I might actually simplify to just be wood. Why the hell did I delete that? That's just so stupid. Gah. The only thing is it's not pushed back, so we could do with that getting pushed back, sorting that out. But yeah, right. So catch up. Wiltshire is a very good name. That is a very good name for an entire area. Welcome to Wiltshire. It's a beautiful country here, but we've got bandits everywhere. killing people and stuff. It's not good. Because I'm pretty sure that's what they'd say, on stuff. Did you know when I was in Warwickshire? Because it would be like a Warwickshire. It would have that kind of sound to it, I reckon. At least it does in my head. But yeah, that's quite good. So that was Kurt Busch that came up with that. Dr. Farabut, guys, I think Eternos. There you go. That's the one that's giving you free server. So yeah, if you want a free server, Eternos. One of them. I've not used them personally, so and I'm not affiliated with them at all. I just want to make that clear because there's so much affiliate marketing these days. I'm not a big fan of it, as people know. But yeah, there's not affiliated at all. So I just know I've heard of that from other people that they've used them as a place to get a free server for Minecraft. So yeah, and people wouldn't be saying anything, I would expect, if it wasn't actually okay. Okay for like a group of friends or something like that. So yeah, quite good. You want that? I forgot about that. It's going to delete the doors, but it's fine. Whatever. Delete the doors. Doesn't matter. It'll be fine. Be good. Right. So get that there. I don't know why I couldn't place that then. What else would we want? We did want a blacksmith, didn't we? So should we have the blacksmith like here? I think. So maybe we'll have this warehouse. Will go straight to this side, I think. I'm coming to the end of the stream as well, guys, so if you do have any more questions or anything that you want to say, do let me know. But I will be trying to do more regular streams, particularly with this series and other series as well. And I'll probably at some point start to bring in Patreons as well that are on the server. So if they want to build with me as well, we can do some stuff like that. And that's something I want to start bringing in quite a lot more, because I think it's more interactive. It's a lot better. And then there will be, when we finish the little thing, there'll be a nice video on it. I don't know if I'll try and get up into multiple episodes or not. I might do, because that would be quite good as well, I think. Maybe we'll go for 3 episodes for this one. So maybe what we'll do is I'll do this first little area here, we'll do the second area there, and then we'll have a 3rd episode for the castle type area, something like that. But yeah, who knows? Silverville. But there's no silver. Kurtbush, do I play with Java or Bedrock? Always with Java Edition. I have got Bedrock, but the reason that I don't really use it, so I'm just saving the replay file. The reason that I don't use Bedrock as much is I find the controls really difficult, and the mods, you can't mod it. So for like time-lapse type stuff, I use Replay mod. Also, obviously, shaders, really good. And without those, I don't know, it just adds so much to the game, as well as the minimap mods. There's so much that adds to it, which isn't in the default game, which should be, and that's the reason I go more for Java. Rocky Shores for the name, says Jeremiah Young. Interesting. Artorvian says hello. Hello. Very good to see you, Artorvian. Interesting name as well. Whoops, I think I just switched into internal, so that's not really going to do much, but it'll be faster to switch to the real shaders, and I like how bright my face has now got, because my screen is just like completely white, so it's just gone beaming. There we go, look at that. Gone down again. Anyway, so what I thought we'd do is just have a quick look before ending the stream, and then we'll see. I can't even say that, Mr. Mime, Mr. Master Mime, even. Resh Akata. There you go. I'm actually quite glad that you actually also went. You're not going to be able to say that, so I'm going to just write it in words. God, that's amazing. My device is dying, so I'm going to have to love you and leave you. No worries, Def. Thank you very much for coming on. Also, for helping me out as well with some of the ideas. Really good. But yeah, that's been awesome. So it's been good to see you. And yeah, thanks for the. Yeah, I've been pretty good with the accents. Like I quite like different accents as well. But they're really difficult to do. Some of them. Some of them really are. Do have like doing some interiors as well at some point. Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. Do you, interiors and stuff like that? Do you guys want that on like a stream, or do you want that separately, or should we get the Patreons to do it? Shall I just go, Patreons assemble? There's a barn that needs filling with stuff, and a cottage which needs filling with stuff. No, I don't think that'd be fair. I think we could probably do it on stream and have another like chill out session or something like that. The other thing I was thinking about doing as well, when we finish off an area on this map, would you guys be interested if I just do like a little download of, so say for example like oh yeah, my mouse is all in the wrong direction, like this area around here. Would you be interested in like that? Would you be interested in like actually being able to download it and see it? If so, it'd be quite good. If not, oh, Kliptoff. Clip film. Kliptoff. Kliptoff might also work as well. I quite like that because it's like a play on cliff. Let's like look at them on a sign. That's always the best thing to do, isn't it? Welcome to Kliptoff. So that's the one. That is kind of Kliptoff or Kliptoff, like that. Because Kliptoff sounds a lot easier to say. It sounds a little bit, you know, like German, but also a little bit maybe Scandinavian. Welcome to Kliptoff. You know, it's got that kind of like doff, kind of sound onto it. In my head, again, it's all in my head. Stoney says, yeah, get the patrons to do it. Yes, for interiors, says self-aware snow. Cool. On the stream with all of them. Yeah, that would be actually quite good, Staney. That's a good idea, actually. We could do some sessions on some interiors, just to see how we work together, because that's quite an interesting thing. Kurt Bush, do I celebrate Halloween? It's kind of yeah, we do in the UK. You know, typical kind of trick or treating. It's not as American. Like it's a bit weird. When I grew up, it was really kind of like the Americanized kind of vision of Halloween. You know, where you have like Halloween parties where you all dress up and kind of like go to and do house parties or things like that, or you know, meet up, and where you have trick-or-treaters and all that kind of stuff. When I was growing up, that was a really big thing. However, it's just completely died off. Really weird. Kliptoff. Oh, Kliptoff as well. Sorry. Kliptoff. That's quite good as well. Oh wait, I put a F in it. Kliptoff. Cool. These are quite good ideas. Yeah, you always used to like celebrate Halloween. It was always quite an interesting kind of like time, and it just doesn't really seem to happen as much anymore. There's not as many people doing trick or treating. I don't know why. It just seems to not be there. Look at that sunset. Look at what we built. Obviously, we got the orange, which doesn't look so good, but apart from that, I really like the look of these two. These look cool. Oh, amazing. But sunrise looks quite good as well. Obviously, we could do some variation. I'll probably do that off camera because, you know, does anyone want to see me do that? Probably not. But yeah, there's no more house parties or anything like that. Southwest no or Liftoff. Yeah, that's true. It does sound a bit like Liftoff, but we're gonna go with one of these. Kliptoff I quite like if other people are liking that. But yeah, we do celebrate it, just not to the degree it used to be when I was growing up, at least. It just doesn't seem to be around. But yeah, look at this, the sea cucumbers. It seriously looks like there's some sort of weird like magic going on underwater. Not necessarily like good magic. It's kind of like a bit of a greenish glow that seems to be to it, because it just seems to appear around a lot of the like underwater plants and everything. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, I don't know. Nobody has house parties. No, they don't really have them anymore, do they? Again, when I was growing up, there was, you know, some house parties around. It just doesn't seem to happen anymore. Strange. Who knows? Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head off. It's been a really enjoyable stream, and hopefully you guys have also enjoyed it. We are just going to do a nice sunrise. Oh, look at that. I didn't realise it's actually got it on the words now. Just so I can see the beautiful sunrise on the map. But yeah, sea cucumber magic is my death-in-law. Well, fair enough. It could be, couldn't it? Sea cucumber magic. This is amazing. But yeah, be quite good. Kliptoff as well. Kliptoff is Kurt. So we'll go with one of those ones. I don't know. I'll have a look at them and what they look like, and we'll kind of like name that, and I'll rename this video so it's actually got that rather than just building on Pretaria or whatever I've gone with. And we'll see it. But everybody, hopefully have a good weekend if I don't do another stream in the meantime. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me on this stream, and I'll try and do more of them as well. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So thank you guys. Also, credits roll. I'm going to try this out. I have no idea if this works, so apparently not. Right, it doesn't want to work. Nope, apparently it doesn't work. So I set up some credits, and it didn't work. But it was supposed to come up with people that had donated. Problem is, it's so difficult to do, but yeah. J-Man Plays, thank you very much for donating on this stream. I just want to say thank you to him. I was trying to do it on the credit screen, because then it's a little bit easier and nicer and cooler and stuff, but obviously can't do that. So thank you very much for that, as well as all my Patreons as well, and also members on YouTube. So all awesome people, so thank you very much for supporting me. See you later anyway. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye.